Hey there, welcome back to 3-Day Weekend. I've got Dwight back in the shop. He's running warm. Not overheating per se, but just something is not right with the cooling system. I don't know what it is. So let's tear it apart and see what's going on. As you can tell by looking at the snow on the rims and everything, it's been cold outside. Very, very cold. But my kid's been driving it around. Yeah, it's 11 degrees outside right now. It is darn cold. So he's been driving it around and he said that it's getting warmer than it should be getting. He said he saw 212 on the trusty old digital thermostat readout. And historically, this will turn on the fans at about 199. And the most you'll ever see is 201, maybe 203 at the worst. So we brought it in last weekend, took the front fascia off, and I rinsed out the entire radiator. There was quite a bit of mud in there. That's the number one cause of overheats like that, especially when they get warm, but they just won't cool back down. So I've done that, and it's still doing the same thing. So we brought it in last night, let it warm up, hit 199, the fan came on. Then it went up to 205, and then it took forever. Finally, it cooled back down, but it just took way too long. So I don't know if I've got air trapped in the system or a thermostat is bound up. Something is not, it's just not right. Hopefully it's nothing that I did during the last rebuild, because that's a possibility too. Took the box off so we can see what's going on here. Ooh. The reservoir is empty. That could mean we're just low on coolant. Oh yeah. Well, there is some in there. Maybe I'm just low on coolant. Let me go get some, see how much it takes. Yeah, it's taking some. It doesn't look like it's that low. Does feel like there's air in it. Well, just for fun, I'm gonna pop out the bleeder and see if I get any air to come out of there. Get that rinsed off a little bit. No air. Sorry about the furnace noise. Like I said, it's 11 degrees outside. That furnace is gonna run, so I'll just try to talk over it. No air on the bleeder. The longer I let this set, the more it takes. So the only thing left I can do to make sure that it's full on coolant is jack up the nose as far as I can, and that will encourage any air maybe to come out toward the front. Even though the filler isn't on the radiator, which is in front of it. So I don't know. Let me jack it up and see if it does anything different. Alright, she's up there, and fluid didn't really change the level, so I don't know. You think that little tiny bit was enough? There's one other thing I could check. So let me let this back down. I'm going to top that off one more time and fill the reservoir. The last thing I was worried about was the rebuild. I just did one on this thing. I replaced the cylinder, the piston, obviously the head gasket, and the cylinder gasket there. It comes with two different head gaskets, which both seem to fit. Oh, that one's back here. But I matched, that's the old one, and that's the one that I put in. So I definitely got the right head gasket. The other part that worried me was perhaps I got it on there backwards, because it does fit. But if I did, there'd be this giant tab right here next to the tensioner. And, I mean, let's be real, I'd have a massive coolant leak. But looking down in there, next to the tensioner, which is way down, well, maybe it's easier to go in from the side. There's the tensioner, and just above it is the seal, and there is no sign of any gasket sticking out. So, I know that my head gasket was put on the correct way. Whew. Thought of that one at 2:30 this morning. Woke me right up. The other one I was worried about is the cylinder gasket down here, which I also replaced. But the same kind of thing happens. This is the right way, like so. See, there's a coolant channel right there. If this were reversed, I would have a massive coolant leak right here, and this gasket would be sticking out again right next to the tensioner, and there's no gasket sticking out next to the tensioner. So I know that I'm good as far as my head gasket and cylinder gasket seals. All of that should be good. I don't think I have a problem with the cylinder because it's running fine. And normally if you have compression going into the coolant system, you see that by overheating and splashing coolant. I'm not seeing that either. So I'm really, really hopeful. I got it, and it was just a little bit low on coolant. But I'll wait for it to get a little bit warmer, have them do a test drive. Alternatively, all I've got left is thermostat or water pump. And just, what, a coincidence that it happened to go bad at this time? Who knows? Yeah, so I'm going to have them go do a couple heat cycles on this once it warms up later today and see if it's any different. And then we'll bring it back, let it cool down, and I'll top off the coolant one more time. Kids, I told him he needed a test drive, but he should wait till it gets warmer. It's 12 degrees out there now, but he's going for it. Should have brought your helmet in so it'd be warm. Man, it looks cold. No way I'm riding today. No how. It looks cold.
A little chilly.
You hit that button. How's it doing?
I made the full heat cycle. Then went back down.
What's the highest you saw?
203, which is the normal. And then it went back down.
Okay, let's let it stay running.
Okay.
You can hop out though if you want. Get warmed up.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just touch this coolant pipe. It's definitely hot. That's the fan running. No, I don't like it. 203. It's 201. It's cooling down faster. What did you say? You saw 203?
So 203, that's what it usually goes to.
That's what it usually goes to? So maybe we're okay then.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a little low. Alright. We'll let it sit here, cool down to room temperature once more, and then double check our coolant level. Maybe it's okay. Status update on Dwight. It has been a couple weeks. He's had it on multiple trips. Brooke took it on multiple trips. It's all better now. So just being a little bit low on coolant was the trick. Because now it's running like a champ. It's going up, hitting 201. Maybe it'll touch 203. Comes right back down. So clean the radiator, top off the coolant, and we're back in business. Of all the things it could have been, that one really wasn't too bad. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every viewer and every subscriber, especially you members, Patreon members. You guys are amazing, and we really appreciate the support. Every video we do on one of these machines, I put in a playlist so you can check them out there. Nice, quick, and easy. We have new videos that come out every Saturday morning. So hopefully you'll subscribe and check those out when they come out. But thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you here for another video on 3-Day Weekend.